to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss.
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
Found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me keep on running toes. They gonna take
this is what we gotta tell.
I understand doing this.
I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is your host, Coach. I am back. Yes, sir. We are back after a wonderful week 9. How did everybody fare? We all know how Coach did. We're gonna check in on that later. We're gonna keep that quiet. However, not quiet, but we'll let Coach go last. I want to know how everybody else did this week. This is an important week. We halfway through the season. We are in the we don't need Stephon Diggs zone. However, he's not playing for a while anyway, so there that goes. Oh man, I had a great week. I hope you guys had a great week. Wasn't scary at all. It was more of a command, from the whole Thursday night. I was able to leave Tank Dell on the bench and still win. It's stuff like that. That's how you know you got a strong fantasy football team. And it wasn't a mistake. I didn't say, oops, oh man, I didn't start Tank Dell. I didn't want to start Tank Dell. I need to see what Tank Dell can do on a Thursday night because I damn sure don't like no Thursday night games. I need to see what he can do as the only receiver, as the number one now. He's not declining, but with a struggling sophomore year quarterback. Okay, going up against a tough, supposed to be a tough defense, but the mind behind why that defense was tough is fired. So the defense without him is pretty much a Sauce Garner living on a thread type of defense. Meaning, if he get hurt, that defense is done. That defense is done if Sauce gets hurt. It just they're don't get me wrong, they're a strong defense, but without a true minded leader, as in they had in Salsa. Well, now all they have is playmakers, and if one of their playmakers goes down, there's nothing they can do. Like, the defense is gonna fall. Oh man, we got the comments lighting up already. Let's go. Dang, that's what I like to see. We finally get some dubs around here. All right. Let's see. I know he's hurt. I'm just look, you know me with Stephon Diggs, bro. Like, it's just the coincidence of it happening and me always saying stay away from Stephon Diggs because he's no good to you after week 9. I know he's hurt. It just, his injury just fell into his he don't play after week 9 anyway. But it just fell right into the lap of me being able to have fun with it. That's all. I don't play on injuries. I'm not like playing on his downfall of his injury. I do hope Stephon Diggs does come back from injury soon. I don't even for my hatred for Jadeveon Clowney, I've never once came on here and said I hope he ever gets hurt. Never, ever, ever. I don't wish injuries on anybody. But I'm gonna laugh at you because you took it when I told you not to touch it, boy. That ain't got nothing to do with his injury. I told you to leave him alone. He ain't gonna do that for you after week 9. This one he just came a week early. Oh man, but hey, what a wonderful week. We have the R2L league to look at. We got a couple of players in here already hyped about their win this week. Hey, look, some of us might not make it to the playoffs, right? And it's fantasy. Our teams can only do what we hope, and they're going to do what we hate. That's just the way fantasy football works. But look, if it comes to a point where we're just not gonna make it, we're the playoffs. The sight of that picture is just a no-show. Well, ruin somebody else's day. Go in next week and make sure the person who think they got a good spot or who think they're gonna ruin their day. Make it hurt. Don't give up in fantasy. Like, don't just give up on your team. Don't just let it fall just because you're not winning games. No, man, look, it happens. Yeah, do we have to wait another year? Yeah, absolutely. Don't make the same mistakes you made this one. But when you can come back, fantasy football ain't going nowhere. We just ain't going. We all can't be like coach. Oh, we got look here. See, Teddy was a lot of losses and sitting in 14th place. But you know what? Teddy never gave up. Teddy keep fighting. Teddy, trade's over. You can't make no more trades. You got to wrap up your team now. Well, look, like you said, 2-0. Again, people gonna have bye week with issues between now and week 14, week 13, 14. So I got three people I got to decide what I'm gonna do with because I got three of them out on week 12, and I got to play Buddha, who is actually only one loss in this season. I'm most likely gonna lose that game. I ain't gonna have nobody to play against him, and he gonna have nobody on bye week. So I'm gonna be hurt in that game. But it's okay. What did I do? I told you I built this team to go to the playoffs. I can care less how many games I lose in the regular season as long as it does not account for me being out of the playoffs. I'm on 3 losses, and I'm on a 3-game winning streak. So I'm going to be all right. 3 losses on the season. We got a half a season to go. It's math. You got to do the numbers. You got to crunch. All right. So let's get into today. We've got quite a few topics lined up for you guys today. We have, let's see, what do we have here? Let's go see where Coach ranks in fantasy real quick, shall we? Check on my phone. See, this Coach's phone's working now. Jeez Louise, right? Man, that was a horrible week. I promise you it was. All right, so who do I got to play? I got to play Tua, CTE this week. That's gonna be another good win. I said I'm marching on I'm on the back half, right? I'm on the back half of this, and I am marching to the playoffs. 126 to 66. Chris got knocked down to 7th place. I somebody. I go from 2nd to 3rd because Lance, he blew out. Oh boy, he had 170-something points. So I think he's leading in points. Let's go see if that's why he is. Yep. He has 1168. I got 1154. I have my lowest point score this week. It's okay. I'm in 3rd. Me and Lance both 6 and 3. Who did he play this week? He ticking me off. I beat him already, so I'm okay. But he got a little. Dang it! He had a great game. Dude had a great. All right, so he ain't got Saquon this week, so that's good. And he's got all 3 of his Jets going up against Arizona. Crap. But I'm going to win this week too. So, hey, look. We ride it out. 3rd place. We headed to the playoffs. I'm 6 and 3 on a 3-game winning streak. That's all that matters. I don't care about placement. It's fun to have placement. But what else is fun? Winning a championship and winning $560. That's the place I want. 1st place at the end, not like right now. Overall. So we are here for the long haul. There's 18 weeks of football, 17 weeks of games. We got a long way to go. This is a long season. So what we got to do now is just make sure we're ready for the week. But which coach doesn't do right now. I don't set my lineup till like Saturday. Like I got Jaden Reed on a bye week this week. That's easy money because I got Ricky Parcell, or I got Tank Dell, who's playing pretty nice. And I like this pickup I brought from Nick Westbrook. Like he's balling pretty well. So I got some options at wide receiver. Our coach ain't sweating it. You know what I mean? It's that week 12 where I got 3 people I got to deal with going against a juggernaut team in Buddha. But it'll be all right. If I take the loss, that's 4 losses on the season. I play him week 12. So I got a couple weeks before I got to deal with that headache. All right, let's see here. Let's see, we're going up against Mark this week. Mark got a juggernaut, bro. Oh, man. So let's go check out. Let's go and check out Parcel. Ricky Parcell, like he's a package. Well, I thought Parcel was the name of a package, though, but it's the same. I don't know. All right, so let us go and check out the Refuse to Lose League. All right, so Jaden Full took a beating against Bang Bang Niner game 174 to 100. Jaden Full falls to 5-4. And what place are you in? We're gonna look at that in a minute. And Bang Bang Niner game. Oh, you're in 6th place, and Bang Bang Niner game moves up to 11th place at 3-6. Redeem Team crushes Stone Cold Setso 131 to 113. Redeem Team moves up to 5th, is in 5th place at 5-4, and Stone Cold Setso is in 13th place at 3-6. Stone Cold Setso. Hey, look here, man. You about a couple games from being this. 14th place don't get no name. 14th place don't get no name in the R2L. Crickets, pimp. Don't do it to yourself. Don't let coach catch you slipping. All right, in Dak we trust. Loses to literal. Yeah, hold on, because I like that sound. In Dak we trust. Loses to literal. Kev. What? I like it. 195 to 157. He got blown out, bro. That's cool though. You are in 8th place at 4-5, Cardo. And literal Kev, you are in 5. You at 5-4. Look here now, in 4th place. Look here now. Look, Kev let the season ride. Kev didn't worry about the losses he took. He took what? You took what? 4 beatings in a row, if I'm not mistaken. And look at you now. You 5-4 on the come up in 4th place in this league. This is a tough league, guys. Good job, Kev. Good job, Kev. And mind you, I gave Kev's roster that type of roster. It's one of them. Like, first of all, I think people listen to me too hard because Kev didn't get any trades because people were scared to make a trade with Kev because it was going to boost his team up, and he still was able to ride with his team and came up 5-4. So good job. He still might have made one trade, though. I think though. When y'all clarify me if I'm wrong. All right, Mays Corner loses to Stat Stuffers 144 to 131. Stat Stuffers is sitting at a nice 7-2 in 2nd place. Nice. And that's another juggernaut team, which we all do. His only issue is if a star falls, his team falls. But other than that, this dude is a juggernaut. This team, this was a juggernaut team here. It shows at 7-2. The win, the 3-game win streak. No, that's the done son. Stat Stuffers, you are on a 2-game win streak. All right. So Stat Stuffers is at 5-2. Maze Corner, you are at 5-4 and 4-5 in 9th place. But we're not at the playoffs. We're right outside. Maze Corner. We got to make some good moves. Hopefully, we got some waiver wire picks we can sneak around and get. We'll talk about a couple of things we can buy low, sell high on later today. But you're right there. It's the 2-game losing streak that caught you slipping, but you're not out. It's a 14-team league. You're not out the gates yet, pimp. We got some struggling work to do. Your done son takes out Oreo McMurray 159 to 83. Oh, Oreo. So here's what's going on, Oreo. The gods themselves, they could not allow Tomo to, crush the league. He's not gonna go undefeated. The point is, he's not gonna go undefeated, right? However, they gave him his loss, and they put him right back on track. He's in first place. He's 8-1. He's unstoppable right now. And anything that comes in front of his team is going to lay down. I'm so sorry, bruh. The fact that your team only scored 83 points, that's not your fault. That is the fault of the gods themselves. You have no choice going up against Tomo right now. I'm to anybody. He has one loss, and that loss was real conspicuous. You know, it was almost godly. You know what I mean? Like they interfered in a way. You know what I'm saying? I digress. We don't want to get too much in their business because then they're gonna come for me, and I want to win this year. If I don't, oh well, I just cuss them out. I have that connection with them. We've been doing this for a long time. Don't let that's why I talk like that about them to you guys. Y'all don't do that. I want y'all to win. But they cradling Tomo like a. It's I don't know what it is. I don't know because he's a Cowboys fan. They're not doing too good. I would say that, but then look at I don't know because Cardinal he ain't doing too bad now. So I don't know. I don't know if the guys have sympathy for Cowboy fans. I don't know, but they cradle rocking Tomo right now, and if you're in his way, they're gonna you're gonna lose. It's just you can tell when the Graces they got Teddy down there at the bottom. They don't need Teddy up there right now. They want Teddy to continue to learn. They want Teddy to sit back and watch. You know, they don't have nothing against Teddy. They said Teddy time will come, but they are right now. They're treating Tomo like Tom Brady. They nothing can stand in the way of greatness, and that's just the way his team ain't all that great. And that's the funny thing about it. Like it's a really good team, but it's not Mark's team that's crushing in points. It's not Kev's team. Kev has losses, and it literally stated that his losses. It was crazy because he has the most points. Like dude is putting up 167, he lose 170. Dude put up 155, he lose 160. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's putting up mad points. So it's just that you sit back and you look at Tomo's team, you say, huh? And it's not like crazy, like what foolishness is going around. It's nothing about that. It's just the most you see it. You see it. There's no 83 points. I've been watching this league score points up and down, and I promise you this is the lowest Oriole McMurray's ever had. 83? Like everybody laid down. Don't get me wrong. I played somebody that dropped 66. Like you were going up against a juggernaut. It was for me. You weren't meant to win at all because he was the one that was undefeated. Now he's 5-4, 4-game losing streak. It wasn't meant for you, pimp. Bye, Bear. You are heading down and out of the playoffs quick and in a hurry. But it's like Oreo. Let's see. Kyler Murray. You shouldn't have had him on your team. Jordan Mason. That's crazy. Oh no, that's this week. But no. Did you play Jordan Mason? Yeah, he did. He had nobody else to play. He must not have had nobody else in his roster to put in. He's got 2. He had Chris. Oh, did you give out? He must have gave up. You got Chris Godwin still on your roster. And, oh well. Look. Basically, we got a gave up on roster, and that was just an easy on walk on for your done son. Like you're done, son. Like I don't know what else to tell you. Matter of fact, I mean, in honor, where you at? Where you at? I know it's here. You know, since you gave up on your team.
You're done, son. 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 You're done, son.
I mean, you can't give up in fantasy. Can't do that. There's no way Chris Godwin should still be on your roster. We knew he was out a long time ago. So you gave up on your team. It's unfortunate. And Tomo gets a walk-off win. That it's almost one of those, you know, what do they call it? When the team don't have enough players and they concede. That's you know. I'm telling you, I just handed Tomo this championship. It's weird, man. The fantasy guys handed it right to him. But with grace, he is opening his arms Thank you. Look at him! 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 Shades and everything. Got the bucket hat on. Look at him, Mister. You done? They done changed his name. Look at him. Look at look at him. Look at him. I can't. Look, I can't. Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go. I can't say anything bad, right? Because it's not like he ain't doing nothing wrong. But he's setting his line up. But he made trades. But he doing everything you're supposed to do in fantasy. It ain't his fault somebody decided to just leave a broken leg Chris Godwin in the game. Look, Tomo can go 5 losses in a row, and guess where he's gonna be? In the playoffs. Doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't matter what happens after this. Tomo's in the playoffs. He done walked over 8 people already. It doesn't matter. Let's give Tomo a big old. No, I don't like that one. He's crushing it. He's blowing it out. All right, let's get back. Zeke and Destroy beats its command time. Oh, Donnell. All right, pimp. 4 and 5, 7th place. We in the playoffs. We need to win, but we're in the playoffs. It's command time. 6 and 3, 3rd place. Mark's taking a little bit of not a big one. He has a 1-game losing streak. 6 and 3, 3rd place. We sitting right. We're right there together, Mark. 6 and 3 in 3rd place. We are in playoff contention. We have a spot right now, and we should be nothing but happy. We have to take losses. We cannot walk around here every week expecting to just win. Tomo is not sitting here expecting to win every week. What Tomo is doing every week is looking at his roster like, what? What? Like for you to open up the to check your scores, right? And you see that before you even win, his games are already done, and you it's a smile on your face that you sit on all week. You don't even want to watch football because you won. You want to just check score. You want to go on a picnic. You know what I mean? You want to go for walks on the beach and at this time of the day, because you've already won the 1:00 games. He ain't got nobody else to play. In the first place, he probably had no 4:00ers because obviously one is hurt and one had a bye week. So, at that time, about a 4:00 game, why watch? Why watch? Enjoy the afternoon, right? What stresses do you have? You've won. Your teams could score dog doo-doo and you win no matter what because all he could give you was 83 points of contention. All right, last but not least, we got MILF Hunters with a strong win against Everything or Nothing. Everything or Nothing is in 12th place at 3 and 6, and MILF Hunters is at 2 and 7. Oh, got to give it to you just because you're in last place. In 14th place. However, he's on a 2-game win streak now, and we've got 2 people at 3 and 6. You feel me? Both of them lose, and he wins. Teddy could possibly come up out of that 14th spot. Let's go, Teddy. Let's climb, baby. Let's climb out. Very proud of you. Very proud. Hey, look, the only reason why is because look, when you feel the grace of the God's presence, man, you got to recognize it. I'm telling you right now, there's no way Tomo should be 8-1. I'm telling you that right now. There's no way he should be 8-1. Okay, the person who should be in first place based on everything is Vaughn. Why is Tomo in first place? The guys want him there, pimp. I'm sorry. You can look at his roster. It's again, he had a good roster. It ain't the greatest. It's not. However, points are points. And look, when you look at the game and you like, man, how you score that touchdown? He on Tomo team though. Man, how? He on Tomo team, and the guys I'll give it everything. They only gave him one loss. And if you go look at that loss they gave him, you can tell emphatically they took it from him because they didn't want their project. They didn't want him. They wanted him to be a little bit humble. So they gave him one loss. He ain't humble. He told him he is riding this cradle rocking season all the way. And I know I keep embellishing this. I ain't making it no better. That's what I'm here for. Hey, if you want the embellishment, just win, baby. But look, he is 8-1 in a league. It's just a tough league, bro. Like, this is a really tough league. Again, Vaughn has the strongest, toughest roster. He's 7-2. It shows, right? Kev has a great roster. Again, his only issue was no matter how many points he put up, somebody just happened to end up with more points over him. Like, he literally has the highest point total in losses. And then you look at you, Dave. Look at you. Your team is actually a really good team. And what happened to you? What, 1, 2, 4 injuries? Out of nowhere. Your team just fell. Ain't nothing you can do about that. There's nothing on the waiver wires to supplement that crap. You had to sit here and eat that. You had to eat there's nothing you could do but start garbage because you had nothing to start with because they were all hurt. So it's just like, could that have been by the gods? Quite possibly. Maybe you tried to outsmart them and they took it. Maybe they took offense to that. I've done it before and they've taken offense to it and they've crapped all over my team because I've tried to outsmart them. What I mean by outsmart them is you're making the most strategic, intelligent picks and they're looking at you like, so? They have handpicked Tomo. I'm sorry. Like, it's when the gods are at play. I'm sorry. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like I said, I had a whole family league and I ripped every single last one of them in a Facebook post on how I was going to destroy each and every one of them. And the football guy said, and I lost 5 straight. To teams. And if you look at the roster, should I have lost? No, not at all. Absolutely not. But what did they do? They took it from being petty. I was being petty. It's point blank, period. I brought all these people into my league to have fun, and the first thing I do is turn around and get petty. Like, the league didn't even start yet. All we did was say hi to everybody. That's it. That's everything. We got an 8-man team together, and that's it. And here I go, running my mouth. So they ran me right out the league. Oh man. Tell Kevin. Oh my God. Oh man. What happened? Which I need some to blame straight. Hey, look, like Dak said, we suck. $240 million. You know what? I'll be honest with you. You know who I haven't ripped on this year? You want to know who I've completely left alone this year? Kyler Murray. I ain't said not one bad thing about Kyler Murray, to be quite honest with you. Here's what I mean. He got paid $280-something million, $260-something million. And, the minute he got paid, he got hurt. So, coach, I'm coming for you. But he has gone out there and fought every time when he wants to, as we all know. However, when they try to come out about him and his character, about the video games and not studying the playbook, Buddy came out and set the record straight. Like, I'm disrespected and I don't know the clause in my contract and I'm a man and I know the game and all that crap. So they took it out. They respected him and they took it out, right? Didn't work out for him. However, this fool sat on the sideline before possibly headed to IR. Said we suck. $240 million said we suck. And on top of that, walks into the locker room and said, "Hop on." So yeah, you know what? The football gods have taken Tomo, and that's why I call it the cradle, because they're giving him something. Because boy, if you're a Cowboys fan right now, a Happy Meal will probably give you excitement because this is absolutely atrocious. I came out this year and said the Cowboys would be at least 9-8. With a tough, they have a tough schedule, and I said at least 9-8 with a tough schedule. They're folding hard. Trash can Zeke can't do nothing. He can't even run past trash can anymore. It will knock him over. I promise you it will. I think so. Lil Dial can't do anything. Why Jerry Jones is not removed from president of operations, from general manager, and from head coach, it's beyond me. And I'm gonna say it like I say it every time. Until this man is removed and complete owner only, this is what the Cowboys are gonna be like. Every single week. It ain't gonna get no better. Injuries and production. And that's the life of fantasy. When you're losing, that is the life of fantasy, is injury production. That's very true, because I think this is the third one. You won one, Ty won the second one, and then it looks like Tomo being carried all the way to the third. All right, guys. So let's see. We got a lot to go over today, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to get into some donkeys and stallions, and then we'll get into any fantasy news and updates that we got to get into today. So give me 1 second. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back to FFC, and we are going to go over some news and updates in the NFL. Give me 1 second, pull up my notes here. Hopefully they pull up right this time. I did think I found some new posts, so hopefully I can give you guys what I've been trying to give you. Let me see here. All right, we don't have to do it the long way. Perfect. All right, I got a couple of these new posts I want to get going. Give me 1 second. There we go. PFF, there we go. All right, because we do have a lot of trades to go over. We have some firings to go over. So we got a lot of information we got to get through. 1 second. So let's first talk about the first one I want to. While I wait, let's Throw out and let it reload. All right, so Dennis Allen, everybody. Dennis Allen. What a shocker. Not me. I ain't shocked. Look, you people can sit here and say that they don't have a team, that they don't have they don't have a team, they don't have no, I'm saying they don't have a team. I don't know what y'all saw. Y'all they have these receivers, they have this and this, and no, they don't. Chris Olave ain't that good. I don't believe in Chris Olave. Maybe the rookie, but I don't believe in Chris Olave. Alvin Kamara is Alvin Kamara. Some games you get greatness, and some games you get Alvin Kamara. Carr is getting to the point of being washed, and the defense is bad. The defense hasn't been good since the coach left. So when Dennis Allen came in, what did I say 2-3 years ago? It was a bad hire. Why? Because he's not a good coach. If you go look at his track record as a coach and where he comes from, it's not good. Nothing about him screams win, right? And what has he done since he's been there? His first year there, how I said that they would be 5-11. If I'm not mistaken, I think they were 5-11. They won 5 or 7 games that year. That's it. Last year was their better year, and then look at them this year. They're falling. Like the Jets. The Saints are not good at all. They're not playing good football. They don't have a good backup quarterback. Like it's a mess. It's a literal mess of what's going on in the Saints right now. What I spoke of at the beginning of this season of why I didn't want to take certain people, because I said it's a mess over there. Don't get me wrong. Alvin Kamara has come through for you a few games, right? But well, Mark, you lost, right? If I'm not mistaken, you have Alvin Kamara as you stated with your 6th pick. Where you at? Okay, well, Alvin Kamara still went off. At least that's good. So how did you lose? Oh. Your receivers are your receivers on a bye week? Because I don't think Rashad Bateman is your number 1. So you must have a bye week thing. Or do you lost Diggs? That's what it was. You lost Diggs. Christian Kirk is out, which that means with Christian Kirk being out, that was a beautiful play by Drake May. With Christian Kirk being out, that makes Brian Thomas number 1, which Buddy ain't ready for. That's why he only had 6 points. So I got to move him down to my flex myself. Alvin Kamara had a good game, but no, the Saints fired Dennis Allen because Dennis Allen he's not a good coach. Like he wasn't going to bring the best out of that team in New Orleans. You know what I mean? I said it then when he got hired, that this job was going to last 2-3 years. 3 years, right? Here we are. He's fired. And then, Carr he is washed. Like I love Carr, I do, but Carr peaked, and I've said this for a while now. Okay, Carr peaked when he was with a Raider with Jack Del Rio when they went 13-3. I think it was that great defense, great offensive line because they had my man Latavius Murray running the ball. You know what I mean? That boy was a ball runner. He's my favorite back, man. He was like the next generation's Frank Gore. But that was the year that was his peak year. Honestly, that's when Carr should have won the Super Bowl. He didn't. And then for Carr and the Raiders, it kind of. Then they went to Vegas. He tried to help save what's going on in Vegas, and it didn't go well at all. And now he's a Saint. I did not like it, but it's like, what else are they gonna get? So they'll have the number 1 draft pick going into this year. Maybe they have a top 5. So most likely they'll be drafting a quarterback because they don't have one. But yeah, Carr's washed. Carr. Dennis Allen also didn't need to be fired because there's nothing's going to happen underneath Dennis Allen. You know, he doesn't give the Saints anything to win about. You know, it's stale. Like I didn't understand the hire when it happened. So here we are 3 years later, a wasted hire, and now our team looks like poop. And now a new guy is gonna have to come in here and try to figure out how to basically not piss off New Orleans fans. So all right, so let's move on to NFL news and updates. All right, we got some good stuff here. Let's see here. Oh, I like this. All right, so why every team won or lost their game? Let's see. Ridley played his best game as a Titan so far. And Rudolph found Westbrook inky for plenty of good plays as well. I love that. Several pass rushes also made key plays. I'm telling you, I can sniff out receivers. Look at my roster. That's the thing. Let's just go back to my roster. There's nothing. Nobody can sniff out receiver like me. I'm sorry. Like I said, I have Tank Dell. I didn't sniff out Parcel. But it was the Westbrook sniff. It was the Reed sniff, Brian Thomas sniff, Mooney sniff. You feel me? Mario Douglas was a tiny sniff. He was more of a I'm glad I like Drake May. So because I like Drake May, I believe Douglas should benefit from that i.e., because Drake May can throw the ball pretty well. This receiver should actually do some good. It's so far from what I'm saying with Douglas. With Drake May, he does well. Without Drake May, he doesn't. So that I'll take. But that inky is a sniff. There's a couple of them I sniffed, but I didn't get a chance to snag. Somebody else did get them. But I said receivers, I'm gonna find you. Running backs a little tougher because you can look good one game, and then you can look like crap for 3. So, but target value is very important when it comes to receivers. And if I'm seeing that you're a guy that nobody's no eyes or names are on, but you're getting 7 targets a game, why are you on the bench? Why are you on the waiver wire? Come on over to coach. I can use that. That's flex work, baby. Flex work at all times. All right, several pass rushers also made key plays like key strips, sacks, and Simmons and Landry sacks. They're playing the Patriots, though, so I'm not going to give too much on the Titans. Unless May was doing something out of structure, the Patriots weren't going anywhere on offense. They had no run game. I wonder where Ramondre Stevenson is. And the passing game was also inconsistent. That interception in overtime hurt, even though I believe May was solid. Let's see. Panthers and the Saints. I can't believe the Panthers beat the Saints. But their defense made 3 key stops in a row in the fourth quarter, which is very important. The combined sacks from Harrison Clowney. Oh, my God, Clowney. I forgot he was a Panther. On the final drive was huge. Young was also much better, and he got a lot of help from Hubbard on the ground. Let's see, Kamara was the only one thing doing anything on offense this entire game. And I'm telling you, be careful. It's going to wear thin real soon. Passing attack struggled to get going after Ole went down. A lot of time management issues from Allen in both halves also cost them. Time management issues from the coach. We're not going to get into that because that ain't why you got fired, but that's on top of the case of firing. Let's see. Bills. They did not play their best game, but Allen was able to bail them out once again. They couldn't run the ball, so his effort was vital for victory. I'm not sure what's going on with both of them. Probably just midseason slumber. They said they got a bye week in week 12, so they're probably just feeling the effects of playing a lot of football, basically. So they're going to have rocky starts and most likely strong finishes. Obviously, for the Miami, their offense was really good. Too bad their defense was anything but. I think, Gabe, look, you lost 7 starters. 7 defensive starters is what you lost before the season started, and you never addressed it in the draft or free agency. What you think was going to happen? Your defense is going to struggle, pimp. It's going to cough up a lot of points when it shouldn't have to. Let's see. Miami allowed points on 6 of Buffalo's 8 drives, including on every drive in the second half that lost them the game. This is complete defensive loss. I agree. Yeah. All right. Let's see. 41-10 for the Ravens versus the Broncos. Oh my God, I can't talk. Once again, Lamar played like an MVP. Derrick Henry ran all over Denver, as well as Zay Flowers had a great day. Their pass defense also showed some improvement in their pass rush. It's very good as well. That's good to hear for the Ravens, that their pass defense is stepping up. Because again, it's been pretty awful, to say the least. And everything. They lost this game because of the Broncos lost this game because of everything. Offense, defense, everything. It just kind of just crapped the bed. Burrow. And let's see, we got another 41 burger, 41-24. Burrow put in another fantastic performance this season and is resulted in Cincinnati lighting up the scoreboard. Gesicki and Brown really stepped up on offense. Hendrickson also shined with 4 sacks and 7 quarterback hits. Nice. For the Raiders, their defense couldn't stop a nosebleed, and their quarterback play wasn't that much better. This is going to be pretty tough on Coach, because if he doesn't figure it out, Antonio Pierce may not be the coach too long. Their rushing attack continued to be dreadful as well. Their 17 offensive points really undersells how bad their offense played. They don't have anything on offense. They don't have much on defense. So it's going to be a rough one for the Raiders this year. Washington, let's see who is looking absolutely amazing this year. They did a very good job of balancing their running and passing game and were very efficient in both. Daniels had a good day throwing and running the ball, and Rodriguez came out and had a solid day as well at running back. Ooh. He's probably gone. Told you I need another one. But you know what? Trey Benson had some good points for me this week, finally. So, again, I knew it was going to be a slower second half type thing. So, let's go check out this Rodriguez. Let's see. I bet you he's gone. Maybe not. What? So he got put back on the practice squad. No, thank you. He ain't doing nothing. All right. Let's see. Giants. They could never recover from a poor first half on both sides of the football. They also couldn't contain Daniels when he ran for the football and failed to make a key defensive stop for towards the end of the game. Again, I don't know if they're just waiting for the end of the season, but I'm sorry, Dabo. He will not be the coach after this year. It's the Giants. But then when you think about it, you fire Dabo, what does that do? Because it's not like it's going to make the team any better. You still have Daniel Jones that you paid, right? So obviously you're going to have another quarterback you're going to go get in the draft. It's going to be a quarterback-heavy draft. I hope everybody ready. A lot of rookies coming out because a lot of teams need quarterbacks. They need either a good, solid backup or they need a doggone great starter. But we're going to see a lot of quarterbacks go in this next year's draft. The Giants will be pulling one of them. They do. I'm not sure if they can. I got to see what guarantee money they gave Daniel Jones. They want a big contract, but they gave him some guarantee. But I believe by next year, no matter what, if it's just not working. It should be this year. It's not working. Like, this guy is not good. I don't know what more. He just finally threw his first touchdown. What more you want from, like, he's throwing it in your face that you're playing a crappy quarterback. He's throwing it in your face every week. And you lost to a rookie. So you're going to deal with that now from the president. Let's see, Atlanta. They were largely able to do whatever they wanted on offense. Their pass rush finally came alive, which is great, which gave their defense an extra element. Kirk, Bijan, and Mooney had good games, and Ellis was all over the field. Let's see, Cowboys. Bad coaching. Who knew? Especially with some of the decisions made. Ain't that a brain fart? Their run defense was also bad for the most of the game. Well, when did Dallas really have a defense? Y'all got fluked by the last couple of years by what? They were still giving up points. It wasn't like they were holding teams under 17. They weren't doing none of that. They were taking balls away, sure. They were getting sacks, sure. But they were still giving up points. That never stopped. They also aren't good enough to overcome so many mistakes, like Dak Prescott. And they made plenty on both sides of the ball. So, Dallas is in for a rough rest of the season because here's the thing. Dak he should be headed to IR, if I'm not mistaken. If he's not on there already. And he left a bad stain in the fans' mouths. Y'all remember when you heard his thumb, they threw trash at him. I'm skeptical. Like, he's gonna be out. Whoever comes in, if they start winning football games, that's part of football you don't want. You don't want to suck, be bad, get hurt, and somebody else take your job. Excuse me. It makes you look bad. It makes your next job look even worse. Yeah, he did. I agree. Yeah, he had an inconsistent day. But to be inconsistent against the Ravens, you almost want to say, is that natural? Is that normal? Or because the way their defense is playing this year, are you surprised because everybody else has been able to throw against them pretty well? So he's a rookie. And he went up against one of the best minds in defense. So, his inconsistencies came from him going up against, to me, one of the best defensive coaches ever. So he still had 18 points in fantasy. So, 10 points, though, that's what killed me. Like, how do you stop 10 points? Like, he's no Patrick Mahomes, obviously. So it's just, and again, they're getting better. It takes time to fix errors, to fix mistakes, inconsistencies, and they're doing that each and every week. They had a rough 4 weeks, and then from there, Baltimore, they've been patching things up. So maybe they just ran into the wall now that it's Baltimore. and when Baltimore was testing out the new wheels, they ran right all over them doggone horses. All right. Let's see. What other news? Well, you got, look here, bro. Vaughn. That's when you want to come slip in here? Yes. One of the best defensive men. You got Mike Tomlin and you got Harbaugh. You have Belichick who ain't here no more. You got Reed still coaching over there with the Chiefs with the number one defense. Well, I don't know. That might have to be argued with No, yeah, that's number one defense. Y'all number 2, 3. No, I'm not taking that away. Y'all number 2, 3. So yes, Harbaugh is one of them. And Bo Nix went up against one of the best defensive-minded coaches in the league. come at me talking about, don't do that. Don't do that. You know I got love for Tomlin. Don't do that. I just sat here last few weeks and I just sat here last few weeks and talk about how what's his name? Tomlin just snaked Chicago for 2 picks for Fields and for the complimentary pick. Talk about something I feel compensated. Wow, you slide dog, you. Now, come on now. I told you they went up against it. He played chess, not checkers. I didn't come for Tomlin. Don't come at me like that. Why you do that, bro? You just want to start something with Carl. That's what that is. All right, let's get back to my news. Let's see what else we got. Not Netflix. I said news. All right, what else we got going? Let's see. All right, let's go here. Breaking news stuff. We got this comes from Pro Football Focus. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? All right, so the Packers are trading Preston Smith to the Steelers. Wow, Steelers are beefing up that dang on defense, bro. All right, we got 5 players to trade. 5 players to add, cut, buy low, and sell high. We got 5 players to add. They put Daniel Jones up here, so that's a no. Blake Corum, yeah, we can add him. Xavier Legette, Tyson Hill, if you need a tight end, yes. And Hunter Henry, if you need a tight end, yes. 5 players to cut. Antonio Gibson, I'm not cutting him yet. He's doing the points. I don't need him anymore. So if I have to cut him, it's because I found something to drop and cut. Jalen Warren, yeah, he's cut property because Najee Harris, the way with Russell Wilson, is basically running better. Isaiah Likely, yeah, we can go ahead and let Isaiah go. He had that one great game. He opened his mouth, and then Mark Andrews kind of just got back into his position. Colby Parkinson is droppable, and Demario Douglas, yeah, I might drop him too if I can find something better. Right now, he's good enough on my roster. I'm winning with him, so I'm not complaining. 5 players to sell high: Chase Brown, Cortland Sutton, Cedric Tillman, definitely. Evan Ingram, yes, and Geno Smith. Now, you're not going to be able to sell Geno. All right, 5 players to buy low: Tyrone Tracy, yes. Malik Neighbors, yep. If you can, if you want to buy low, again, I'm sure somebody would be happy to take him off, happy to take Neighbors off the hands. Romeo Dobbs, yeah, because why? Reed is the number 1. Here's the best part about Reed being the number 1. I didn't draft him in the number 1 position. He took over that position on his own team, and he's not paid. So I have no repercussions with him on my roster because I took him at the number 5 spot. No, 4. He was my 4th pick. Kyron Williams, no. He is not a buy low. He is nowhere near a buy low candidate. Whoever wrote this is lying. You're going to have to come up off some paper to get you a bit of a. He had 1 low game. He gave me 10. No, don't do that. No, he is not a buy low candidate. You're going to have to cough up some stuff on Kyron Williams. I'm changing that narrative right now. Dallas Goedert, yes, that is a buy low candidate. Kind of disrespect to Kyron Williams. All right, the Saints are trading Marshawn, or they have traded Marshawn Lattimore to the Commanders. Here is why that is such a of joyfulness. Simply, let's take a look. Oh, well, look at that. I have Washington's defense. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah. Hey, good luck. Whoever has to play against this dude in the NFC East. Who else we got here? What do we got here? Jonathan Mingo has been traded to the Cowboys. Well, you know what? They need another receiver. Is that a good trade? It's a cheap trade. it's a cheap trade, but they do need another receiver. It's there's no way around that. Desarius Smith was traded to the Lions. That look, I had Green Bay in the Super Bowl, guys. It's Detroit. It's gonna be Detroit versus the Chiefs, hands down. There's no ifs, ands, ways about that. The Bears traded Khalil Herbert to the Bengals. Ooh. Where's my camera? Whoever has Malik Neighbors, be very excited. Be very, very excited about that. Not Neighbors, Khalil Herbert, sorry. Bengals need that kind of running back, man. They need a goal line back for you. That's wonderful flex option numbers for a running back. If you have Khalil Herbert on your team right now, be happy he's going to Cleveland. Cincinnati. Oh my goodness, that's what they're missing is a down back, and that is what he is. Ooh, good pick. It's like it's not a downgrade, but to go from losing Joe Mixon, right, a consistent back, to now getting Khalil Herbert, a really good down back, like between the A and B gaps. Oh man, good trade, Cincinnati. Best D line in the league, absolutely. They do have the best defensive line. You will not run the football on them, absolutely not. There's a few of the teams you can't, and they're leading that. They're leading in, and I want to say they're number one in defensive rushing. All right, where were we? All right, so those were some good trades that we talked about. I liked all the trades so far. To where the player is going. Let's see. All right, let's see what else I can find. Any news I can find real quick before we change over. Finally, we can get some quarterback power rankings. All right, leading the pack, Lamar Jackson. Behind him at number 2 is Jaden Daniels. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 4 is Joe Burrow. Nice. He is climbing in the rankings. Number 5 is Jared Goff, who's dropped a little bit, but he's going to drop again because guess who's climbing at number 6 to number 5? It will be Kirk Cousins. Yeah. Let me explain something. What? I never have understood what the shade has always been for Kirk Cousins. Were people mad at the you like that comment? Like what happened? Because I'm gonna be quite honest with you, and I've said this over and 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 over again. When RG3 got drafted and they turned around in the same draft and drafted Kirk Cousins, I'm telling you right now, I said it. I said Kirk Cousins was the better quarterback. I said Kirk Cousins was the better quarterback. And I would never not say I wish people knew me. I wish half of you that follow me, most of you that listen to me, I wish y'all knew me back then when I said that. Because you would have called me so many names. You would have talked so much crap to me. You would have said I should never watch the sport of football. You would have talked all kind of nonsense. And here we are. Kirk Cousins. Has he won a Super Bowl? Look how long it took Matthew Stafford. Not everybody wins the Super Bowl. Go ask Dan Marino. Go ask Drew Bledsoe, who was the Patriot that lost his job to Tom Brady. He was a great quarterback, by the way. He took the Patriots to the playoffs, or were leading. They were 9-4 until he got hurt, and it was Brady the rest of the way. 9-4. That's a lot of games played. Brady the rest of the way. So I'm just saying. All right. Kirk Cousins has never put him. To me, his worst stint was with Washington. Just because the coaching, the everything that happened there, he tried to be a winner there and it didn't work, so he left. And I was so happy he did, because in Minnesota, I didn't see a problem with him in Minnesota. I didn't. Wasn't his fault Diggs didn't show up after week 9. Oh, that's when it started. Y'all thought Diggs was doing that crap in Buffalo? No. No. Diggs was a no-show in the cold since he got to Minnesota. Yeah. So, and when you look at the numbers in Minnesota, right? Kirk Cousins putting up 4 or 5 touchdowns a game. The offense, at least. Him, Dalvin Cook, because Kirk Cousins with a tight end, with a running back and a receiver is deadly, and it has been shown. He has proven it. And yeah, if somebody gets hurt, it hurts the offense. Now he's Atlanta with a fully loaded roster. I told y'all this was gonna happen. And then I told y'all, make sure you draft Kirk Cousins late, because ain't nobody gonna take him. You will. And I told y'all it's gonna take time. 5 weeks. Chemistry. Right? And look at it now. They're about to go on a power trip for a little bit. They're about to win another 4 games straight. And they're going to look, I'm telling you, they're going to look real good. The only thing that's going to stop Atlanta is when Atlanta got to go up against the Lions. That's it. That's the only thing stopping that. Because Atlanta will place. They will, because I think Detroit will be in first place overall in the NFC. And I think Atlanta will be second overall. And those two will face each other in the NFC championship game if Atlanta makes it that far. Because they could get knocked out in the second round depending on who they have to play in the NFC. But right now, those two are looking like the 2 powerhouses with the Eagles in there. The Eagles are looking strong. Their defense is just, for me, that a really good, powerful offense could take them out. Simple. So hopefully they can iron out some of that secondary issue before it gets too crazy. The Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls between Daniel Jones' most recent 2 passing touchdowns at MetLife Stadium. That's so bad. That's so bad. All right, we got the good, the fine, the ugly, and the so we got the LOLs is the Bears and the Broncos. The ugly, the Saints, the Browns, the Packers, man, they fell hard. The Colts, the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know why they're not the LOLs. And the Raiders. The fine are the Seahawks, Titans, which is weird. Washington, Jaguars, Giants, which is weird. Some of these teams need to flip. Patriots, Rams, and Vikings. And the good Bengals, Miami. What? No, why is Miami should be down there with the LOL? They only got 1 win. I'm not reading the rest of this. This is hot garbage. Lies. I don't read lies. All righty. We are going to take another quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to get on our donkeys and stallions and we will get into some Q&As if we have any for starting sits. And then if not, we will be ending our show for today, and we'll be back tomorrow for another great FFC episode. So give me 1 second. We'll head to commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built the win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. So we are going to get into our next segment, which is our donkeys and stallions of week 9. Those doggone donkeys. We got them ones that basically crap the bed for us. And we got those stallions that trampled all over the league this week. Where we at? All right. So where are you at? Oh, well, we don't have any stallions. I mean, we don't have any donkeys today. We just have all stallions. They didn't put up the best of the best and the worst of the worst. So we're just going to go over the top for everybody. All right, so top quarterbacks this week. We have Jalen Hurts at 18 for 24 for 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, 67 yards rushing, and a touchdown. This man is pushing for MVP. We have Joe Burrow at 27 for 39 for 251 yards. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 11 rushing yards, 29.1 points. We have Patrick Mahomes, 34 for 44, 291, 3 touchdowns, a hurt ankle, 9 rushing yards, and 24.5 fantasy points. Daniel Jones, 20 for 26, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 54 rushing yards, and a touchdown, and of course a Daniel Jones fumble for 24.4 points. Lamar Jackson, 16 for 19, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 4 rushing yards for 23.6 fantasy points. Our top running backs for week 9, Saquon Barkley for 159 yards, rushing at backwards. Yeah, man, buddy had a spin move and a backwards lateral for a touchdown and 3 yards reception for 40 yards and a touchdown and a fumble for 32.9 fantasy points. Devon Achane, 63 rushing yards for 1 touchdown, 8 receptions for 58 yards and a touchdown for 32.1 fantasy points. Alvin Kamara, 155 rushing yards, 6 receptions for 60 yards for 27.5 fantasy points. Chase Brown, 120 rushing yards for 5 receptions for 37 yards and a touchdown for 26.7 fantasy points. And the truck, Derrick Henry, 106 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 reception for 27 yards for 26.3 fantasy points. Our top wide receivers over the weekend, Jackson Smith-Njigba, 7 receptions, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns for 37 points for fantasy. Garrett Wilson as the new Number 2 receiver for the Jets, 9 receptions for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. Absolutely. He better go off as the new number 2. He got Devontae. You look here. What I tell you? What I tell you? The real number 1 is there now. So Wilson is happily going off against one-on-one coverage. Just saying. Zay Flowers, 5 receptions for 127 yards for 2 touchdowns for 29.7 points. DeAndre Hopkins, 8 receptions for 86 yards for 2 touchdowns and 28 points. He ain't moving fast. He ain't speeding down the field on nobody, but he's moving his legs to get open, catch, touchdowns. Demarcus Robinson, 6 receptions for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns for 27.4 fantasy points. Demarcus Robinson is playing some good football lately. I like that. All right, and let's see. Top tight ends for week 9. Mike Gesicki, 5 receptions for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns for 27 points. Travis Kelce, because, Hopkins is there now, right? 14 receptions for 100 yards. And 1 fumble for 22 points. 14 receptions for 100 yards. Jesus. I'm so scared of Hopkins. They just forgot Kelce was on the team, bro. 14 catches, right? Wow. K. Dotton, 8 receptions, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Let me explain something to y'all. That boy has scored for me in 3 straight games. Guess what I have? A 3-game winning streak. 18, 29, 21. Those are the points I've gotten from K-Dot in the last 3 weeks. Man, I'm happy. Josh Oliver, 5 receptions for 58 yards and 1 touchdown for 16.8 points. And Taysom Hill, 19 rushing yards, 1 touchdown for 4 receptions for 41 yards for 16 points. He might as well become a new quarterback. All right, those are our tight ends. Excuse me. All right, defenses. We have the Chargers defense at 3 interceptions, 6 sacks for 1 block, 10 points against for 19 points. Rams defense, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 7 sacks, 1 block for 20 points. 20 points against for 18 points. We have the Titans defense, 2 interceptions, 1 forced fumble, 4 sacks, 17 points against for 13 points. We have the Colts defense, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, 4 sacks, 21 points against for 13 points. And we have 1 for the Jets, 1 fumble recovery, 8 sacks, 13 points against for 13 points. And last but not least, our favorite position on the field, kickers. Tyler Bass, 2 for 2 for 40 for 49, 1 for 1 for 50, 1 over 2 extra points for 15 points. Cario Santos, 1 for 1 over 39, 2 for 2, 50 plus for 13 points. Blake Group, 2 for 2 over 39, 1 for 1, 50 plus, and 1 extra point for 12 points. Evan McPherson, 1 for 1 over 39, 1 for 1, 40 to 49, and 5 extra points for 12 points. And Justin Tucker, 2 for 2, 39, and 5 extra points for 11 points. All right. I haven't done this in a while. The worst team in fantasy football that could have gotten you the worst points, starting with Kyler Murray at quarterback for 4.8 points. Running back 1, Travis Etienne, 5 points. Running back 2, Troy Tracy for 7.9 points. Xavier Worthy, 1 point at wide receiver 1. Puka Nacua, wide receiver 2, 2.1 points. Tight end, Zach Ertz, 1.5 points. Flex, Kyle Pitts, 2.1 points. Defense, Broncos, I dropped Kyle Pitts. Oh, my God. I was so happy. Broncos, defense, -3, and Chris Dicker the kicker, 2.0. That would have given you a total fantasy value of 21.4 fantasy points. And for the perfect fantasy team, Jalen Hurts at 21.9 points, Saquon Barkley at 32.9 points, Devon A10 at 32.1 points, Jackson Smith, Enigma wide receiver 1 at 37 points, Garrett Wilson at wide receiver 2 at 30 points, tight end Mike Gesicki at 27 points, flex Zay Flowers at 29.7 points, defense Chargers at 19 points, and kicker Tyler Bass at 15 points. That would give you a perfect team score of 252.6 fantasy points. Oh, there we go. That's what I've been waiting for. IP14. Here we go. My favorite part of the show. Seems like we only got one, so let's make it a good one. You have Juwan Jennings, DJ Moore, TJ Hockenson. Pick 2 out of 3, full PPR. Let's check out DJ Moore. Who is he playing against this week? He has New England. Not a bad matchup. Secondary is not that good. They're at home, so that's good for the Bears. Yeah, I like DJ Moore against New England. I do. And for my second pick, I'm a little worried on TJ. See what the reports got. They played Jacksonville. Defense isn't that good. His return, he had 3 catches for 27 yards. All right, TJ will return, working his way back to full starting workload as the Vikings head on the road to Jacksonville. In his first game back off IR, Sunday night win over the Colts, Hockenson secured 3 of 4 targets for 27 yards while playing 45% of the snaps. Standout tight end figures to continue his workload ramp up slowly, considering the severity of the ACL and MCL injury he's working his way back from. So he's not fully incorporated into the offense yet. So that's what I was worried about for Hockenson. But let's make sure Jennings is getting the work we need over a Hockenson that's not getting the work we need. So Juwan Jennings is hurt. He has a questionable tag, but he has not played good since his he ain't played. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. He hasn't played good since his 45-point game. And he has a hip injury. So here's one thing I hate to hear about receivers: groins, hamstrings, and hips. You can't turn, you can't move, you can't plant that foot and take off. Now he's competing with Ricky Parcel for the number 2 spot. And guess who's getting the ball? Parcel. Tampa's secondary is bad too. So Juwan Jennings had 5 points, and he had 5 targets, 3 catches for 27 yards. And if I'm not mistaken, that was TJ, same thing, and he's only getting 45% workload, and he's playing against Jacksonville. And he had 5.7, 3 for 27, 4 targets. I'm going to go with TJ Hockenson. I like his percentage and what he's getting over the fact that now Jennings has to fight targets with Parcel, and I'm sorry, they're gonna give the gunshot wounded warrior more targets right now. So I'm going with DJ Moore and TJ Hockenson in full PPR. That's what I'm gonna go with. Please, if you love my answer, like, subscribe, share to your friends, my guys. Oh, Coach has another request, if you will. Guys, we're so close. We are so close. If I'm looking now, let me go look at the numbers. You know, Coach likes to pull up the numbers. See where we are. We are one away, guys. Hey, we are one person away from our show having 50 subscribers. That means 50 people out there turn on their doggone YouTube every week and they listen to me run my mouth every week. 50 of you. 49 right now. We got one more away from 50. We do that. I got a big, beautiful shout out for you guys, man. Really, really do. I'm excited, man. Like, it blesses my heart that you guys sit here and just, it's an hour and 25 minutes running my mouth about football. I know what I'm talking about, and I just love the fact that you guys respect that. And nobody comes on here and dogs out. I'm not saying you can't. That's what the show is for. If you think, yeah, trust me, there are some people that come in, hey, but Coach, you said, you right, I did say it, so I'm sorry. Like, what was it? Mark said, hey, Coach, you said don't touch Alvin Kamara. Like, why you touch him? Because I got him in the 6th round. Oh, well, yeah, because I said don't touch him, like, with your first 3 picks. Like, don't waste your picks on that. You so many other people you can grab outside of Alvin Kamara. But you got him with the 6th pick, and that's because everybody listened to Coach about to get away from Alvin Kamara. So that's the back end of everybody actually listening to Coach, right? Somebody's going to end up getting lucky. So I do appreciate that. We are one subscriber away from having 50 people, guys. I'm so excited, man. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. What about Brian Thomas Jr. or T. Higgins if he plays? I'm gonna be one. Okay, this is most likely your first time dealing with Coach. I have Brian Thomas Jr. on my team. He is a love. I have won so many games with him this year. And no, I ain't got a choice. I have to leave him where he is. I was getting ready to put him in the flex, but I got to keep him where he's at because I got Jaden Reed out this week for bye week, but he has to stay right where he's at. Oh, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So what we're going to do here with Brian Thomas Jr., he's going to stay in the game. No, I'm going to keep him right there against Minnesota. I'm going to play him. The issue with him in last week was, and what could be an issue moving forward for the rookie, is they don't have another receiver, and Christian Kirk is out. So he is now taking on that number 1 role. And me, Coach, I stay away from number 1 receivers unless you're somebody I've drafted who I know has number 1 receiving potential, right? Potential, i.e., what did I say about Jalen Reed last year? Take him. Look at him. He's getting the target. He's Love's favorite target. It took him all the way to the playoffs. So what was Coach screaming this year? Jalen Reed, number 1. Take him. Not like with your number 1 pick, but make sure you take him like with 4th, 5th round. But why? Because the emergence of him being the number 1 was here. It wasn't going to be Dobbs. Dobbs has moved down. Reed is number 1. That's why Reed's target value has dropped a little bit. That's why he was having these big 31, 23-point games, and now they're 6s and 10s and 12s. Yeah, because now he's taking on a doggone double team. But it's okay. It came at the right time when we got to use up all that good juice before it happened. And now that's happening with Brian Thomas Jr. is he is now basically taking on a double team, and we got to just see how he can handle it. But same thing with Mooney. I was on everybody. Get Mooney, get Mooney, get Mooney. Y'all told me when he was a Chicago Bear, he was the number 1 wide receiver. I said, no, he's not. Because target-wise, that's not where the ball is going. He might play like he's the number 1 out there, but with that quarterback, he wasn't getting number 1. He was not getting number 1 targeted numbers. Now you go over to another team who has an actual quarterback, Kirk Cousins, who has a running back, Kirk Cousins, who kind of has a tight end, but who actually has another number 1, who has a number 1 in Drake London. So technically, Kirk Cousins got 2 number 1 wide receivers. The other one's just playing in the number 2 spot. And he actually emerged because He was number 4 in targets, which was Darnell Mooney. He was number 4 in targets when the season started. He's now number 2 in targets. Is that it work? And whose team was he on? Yeah. Who that? When I saw the trade, I came on my show. Hey, y'all see that Mooney trade? Y'all see that? Yeah, draft him. Put him on your team. I was screaming it. I don't hide this information from you. I don't like to play fantasy football because I'm that good. And if I'm that good, you can't win. But if I don't play, I can give all this winning information to everybody in the world. I'm in 3rd place in the league I shouldn't be in. They begged me. I said, no, let coach retire. Let me sleep. I want to hibernate. I'm a bear, right? You drag me out. Now this bear is hungry. And now I'm feasting. Like, come on. Like, my roster should not be winning. And it is. Why? Because it's a very intelligent roster. Everybody on my roster between Josh Allen, Jalen Reed, Brian Thomas Jr., Kyron Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cade Otton, Demario Douglas at times. Now this rookie, Whittington, Inky, or whatever his name is, from Tennessee. Who else? Tank Dell. Who else am I missing on my roster? I got Trey Benson, who kind of gave me some good points this week finally. But this is the type of a part of the season where Trey Benson's going to start getting some good work. Connor owners, sorry, but I'm moving in on your target value. I'm so sorry. And the best part about it is everybody on my roster scores touchdowns. They all get in the end zone. All of them. That's why I win. I don't have Justin Jefferson. I don't have Lamar Jackson. I don't have Saquon Barkley. I don't have Jonathan Taylor. I don't have Breece Hall. I don't have Bijan Robinson. I don't have none of these people. I don't draft high enough to have these people. I like my draft pick at 9, 10, 11. Put me down at the bottom. Value. I don't want high prices. If I have the number 1 pick, that means I actually have to take somebody at that damn 5 within the top 5. I don't want to do that. I don't want that headache. Christian McCaffrey owners. I don't want that headache. Tyreek Hill owners. I don't want none of that. And I probably wouldn't. I would still at number 1 take somebody like Jahmyr Gibbs or Kyron Williams, who I wanted. I'm not going to take what the rankings tell me. Who are you to tell me what to do? I'm a grown man. I pick who I want to pick. That's the whole point of this. That's why I'm in 3rd place and winning. And that is what you get IP14 when you come on Coach's Show every week. And I appreciate that subscription. I really, really do. And if that made number 50, I gotta get something planned for you guys. I gotta put together a celebration because that is so awesome. And now our next step, we need 100 people. We need 100 people. We need more. I'm hungry. I just said it, right? I'm starving. This bear needs more. What was the old right back saying in WWE? Feed me more. I wish that came back. I wish he was such a douche. But it happens. Well, yeah, that was I used to love that. But yeah, man, I'm hungry. I need more. I need more subscribers. I need more of you listening to me so y'all can win your games, right? Yeah, come on now. Think about it. I'm 6-3 in 3rd place because Lance. He had a hell of a game this week. I beat him in week 1. But he had a hell of a game. Whoever he played against this week destroyed them. It was John. I destroyed John too when I played John. John's team was so bad. But it's the fact that he put up 172, so his point total is 10 points higher than mine. It's all right. It's all right. Playoff is what's important, not points. I had a week to talk some little bragging noise. That's all it was. But the best part about it is playoffs. I'm 6-3. We're about to start week 10. My team still has a good 3 losses in them if I get that. And I guess where we are. Still in the playoffs with 6 losses. Come on, y'all. Come on. I do this for fun. I do this for fun, man. Okay? Football is me. All right? So look here. I have given you guys an hour and a half of my life. I'm tired. I have worked 50 hours on my feet at this restaurant at Flanagan's. I am tired. I got a meeting to go to at 2. So what Coach is getting ready to do is take a nap. I love you guys. I'll be here tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. again. And that is when we will handle our start and sits for week 10. and any other NFL news and updates, and Q&A with Coach to help you set up your lineup, set up your rosters. We're not trading anymore, I believe. I think trade deadline should kind of be over. So now it is waiver wire sniffs. If you're in an 8-10-man league and you come to me, we should have plenty of waiver wire people to pick up. If you're in a 12-14, we can pray. There's always prayer. There's always prayer. Put these hands together and just give me somebody. Please. Look here. I was down 126 and 117. Bucks got a fully loaded roster. I got what is it? I got an 8-point projected, 6-point projected K-Dot on my team. That's what I got left. He has a 13 projected Marvin Harrison Jr. on his roster. Who won? Because, boy, I ain't gonna lie. I love you, Mike Williams, but where you went down, and I saw you was coming over the coach's couch for about 4 weeks. I said, come on, K-Dot. I know you can do it. It's one of those things like, look, Cade is the 5th option on that team. It's a fully loaded roster, like 3 running backs, 2 wide receivers. He's 6th option until one of the main ones go down, right? Oh, he slipped right in. And for 3 weeks straight, it has literally been the K-Dot show. Go figure. And how did K-Dot get on Coach's roster? Oh, well, let's take you back down memory lane when I drafted him with my very last pick, you know. And then I dropped him for about 2 weeks, maybe 3. And then picked him back up because old bonehead Pitts gave me a donut. We don't do those. A donut? Goodbye. You go do that on somebody else's team. And so we went ahead and scooped up K-Dot because it was just, nobody looked at him. Why? Everybody wanted Trey McBride, Brock Bowers. Nobody looked at the K-Dot. They want the Rams because Matthew Stafford, they want that tight end. They want the one for Kincaid. Kincaid ain't did nothing but kill stats. But then there was K-Dot, who I saw last year, who was eating it up at the end of the season around this time, you know? Yeah, Coach is sitting nice and pretty. They got a strong team. I'm happy. Losses come, but wins are better. So I hope you guys enjoy everything that Coach is giving you. Again, we'll be here back tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. I keep saying 8 a.m. and I keep pushing the dang on time back because I do so much in the morning with my daughter and getting in the dog, getting everybody together. So let's move the time to 8:30. I think that'll be a more prominent time to make sure I come on and be live for everybody. But again, we have another good show tomorrow. Starting sits, any Q&A with Coach, going over your roster, your lineup, and any NFL news that comes out between today and tomorrow. Again, Dennis Allen is fired. 2-3 years ago when he got hired, I said he's gonna be fired in 2-3 years. Here's the future. Here's the future. I need to go find that recording, quite honestly. I can put this together because I mean it didn't take long. It was a bad team that he took. It's a bad team that he left. He shouldn't feel heartbroken about it. Here's the worst part about it. They did it in the middle of the season. He's not gonna get a job for a while. If they would have at least let him finish off the season, it could have been a parted ways thing. And even though they try to use that term now, and that's not what it was, you fired him. It could have been a parted ways thing. Could have made it look a little bit better for him to get another job later, or before the season started next year, which he still can. But it's the ones that get you in the middle of the season. It does not look good for you. And I mean, quite honest, again, like I said, his track record as a coach, it's not good at all. It's not good. So back to the drawing board for the Saints. They're going to need a new quarterback. They're going to need a new coach. They're going to need a new defense. They're going to need a new life because they paid Alvin Kamara for 2 years. I'll be honest with you. I didn't see the point of that. I really didn't. Here's what I mean. You should have just gave Alvin Kamara another 4-year contract because you have nothing to build on. You're going to use him for 2 years, and then what? Now he's going to be washed? No, he's not going to be washed. He's going to go to another team because you screwed up by not. I don't like players that cry about contracts going into the season, it's not their fault, but what it does, it hurts production. It hurts value, right? What you want is to have these situations taken care of or understood and moved on from before the season starts. You're going to use this dude for 2 years off this little check he got. Hope he don't get hurt. You're not going to keep him next year. You're not going to keep him. He's going to leave. And now you have no Alvin Kamara during your rebuild because you're not rebuilding next year. You're drafting a quarterback next year. You ain't rebuilding nothing. that don't come till after. You feel me? Because you got to make sure this kid that you got can do something. Can he take a beating? Then you got to rebuild the line. Then you got to make sure you get the defense, make trades, make waiver wire. There's a lot of mess and a lot of work that the Saints are not set up for. And what did I say at the beginning of the season? You don't want nothing on this team this year. Don't care about the little games you won when you had it. Because when it's going to count, you're going to be sitting here looking stupid like, man, yeah, man, you drafted Alvin Kamara. Look at you now. Or, yeah, you drafted Chris Olave. Look at you now. Or you drafted Shakir. You should have left these Saints alone this year. It's going to get worse. I told you guys, there are two teams right now that are a mess in the NFL. It's the Saints and it's the Tennessee Titans. They don't have it together. It looks, y'all not looking at it from
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.